Hey guys, so this is my first video of the actual process of me drawing, and we're starting off with the arm hair here, or the arm texture. So just right off the bat, I am doing a different skin texture than I've done in the past. What I do right now is I'm laying down the graphite in just the basic forms where all the shading's going to be, and then I go over it with cotton ball to give it that smooth look, and then I go back over it with another layer of texture because I don't want to leave it so smooth. Skin isn't extremely smooth, and we want to make sure that it stays that way in the drawing. Give it some realism. Then we're going to be adding arm hair. And this is really important for this particular arm because it allows a lot of detail to be put in. And in a lot of skin, this is the deal. I mean, with heads, it's the same thing. If you have hair you can add, it really adds a lot of realism to the face because if it overlaps, it just gives it a little bit of extra detail that allows you to look at it and think, wow, this is so realistic. And I personally don't do every little pore. I just do implied detail, which is basically adding enough detail in the midtones, the space between the light and the dark, to make it look like I'm realistic in my drawing, but actually I'm just lazy. And then as we finish up the arm here, we're going to move into the face. And I'm doing the same skin texture pattern as I did on the arm, but this isn't going to have hair, obviously, not everywhere, as the arm would. And it's different shapes as well. So you should always be cautious when you're doing shading. So like in this ear, there's more harsh contrast, so I don't want to use cotton ball because that's just going to lower my effective contrast. So I just lay down all of the basic shading, all of the areas, and then go back over it and make sure that I have all the detail that I want. Also, it's a smaller area, so I don't need to worry so much about detail. Now I'm just laying down the forms of the face where everything's going to sit and filling in the other eye. What's interesting about this face, the reference shot I took for this one particularly, is the contrast over the face. So the entire left side is going to be a lot darker than the right. Not super contrasted where it's completely gone, but it is going to have darker values over there. And you want that in most of your drawings. That also provides realism without having to do any extra work, because it allows for somebody to look at it and think, whoa, this is interesting because it's contrasted, and they're not exactly looking at all of the little details in your drawing. If you have flat lighting, then you're going to really have to add every single detail, otherwise it's going to look flat. So I like to use tricks and little things to make my art seem better than it is while maintaining the same amount of laziness. And now we're going to move into the smoke textures, which I really enjoy doing. I haven't done a whole lot in the past, and I've never done colored smoke before, but for this drawing I really enjoyed it, and the smoke really turned out good. In my opinion, I loved doing it with color more than I did with graphite, and I think I'll do that more in the future. And this is part of my new little series here, which is kind of exploring the mental side of going through life. I mean, I'm calling this new series The Void, and you're just trying to understand life a little better in it. And so what I wanted to represent with the smoke was not that I smoke. I don't smoke, and I don't encourage it, but what I'm trying to show is taking a break from the reality of life, right? So on the left side of the picture, as you're seeing now, we have this colored smoke, and it's something beautiful in the world. Versus on the right side, we have this dark smoke that's representing the harsh realities of our world. And as we take this break and we find a little bit of peace and a little bit of exhaustion in the world, we can start to find a little bit of happiness once we realize that the beauty and the darkness are one and the same. Thank you so much, and have a great day.